Thank you very much for joining me. How you been? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Steve Renazizi. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Renazizi. Lit. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Renazizi. What's the odds? What's the odds? What's the odds? What's the odds?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the program. What's the odds? Steve Renazizi. It is June 16th, I think.
Watching all of them?
Yes.
That's right. The day after the day we're supposed to open. We apologize for not being here last week. I was in New York. Brenton was getting wedding bands. Lucas was, he got bit by a rattlesnake while he was hunting them, and he was in the hospital. But we have joined you this week in studio again. This is all, we're fully packed today. We've got a 4-pack. We've got our special guest. I don't even like special. He was a requested guest this week.
Requested.
Online.
Nice.
Nobody wants to make their U.S. Open picks until they hear from
All right.
The winner.
Pop Court McCowan right over here.
Who is winning? Tell us who's winning.
They want to know.
I'm telling you, we're going to have some fun today. We're going to talk about golf.
So Court is joining us, and of course Lucas is back with us in studio. How's it feel to be back, dude? Isn't this?
Oh, it's great. This is amazing.
It's
we haven't
very
been here in
nice.
over a year.
Who sucked the poison out of you?
Dude, what was that? What snakes were you? We were baffled
Right?
by
Doesn't
this.
it have to happen? You have doesn't.
You have to have
suck-
a boy. You have to.
Someone has to
If
suck
the four
the
of us
poison
are going out, right, and we say to ourselves, okay, so God forbid
You're
we
gonna
split
die.
up.
You're gonna die.
I'm going to partner up. If I get bit, I'm going to suck the poison out of you. You're going to suck my poison. I'll suck your poison.
You're going to die.
No, you're not. You can't renege on a poison-sucking deal.
Yeah.
Once you make that deal.
Depends on where you got bit.
What were you looking for? What snakes were you looking for?
Any, really?
Really?
Yeah. You always have to snake hunt with someone else, obviously.
Like you
there was
said.
Obviously.
There was a snake that was caught in some barbed wire on a property. That's why we originally went out, because my father-in-law's.
So this wasn't just like
snakes. No.
This is
But
the time of the year to go out and get.
Yeah, we
find
don't
them
kill the
snakes.
snakes. We just find them.
And then what do you do?
Okay.
Sack them up and let them out somewhere in the more wild.
Yeah. I mean, we just kind of do it to. It's like catch and release when you fish.
Yeah, but they're not like in the Cracker Barrel parking lot, right? They're
No.
in already the wild. You're
Right.
out there.
Right.
All right.
Depending on the temperature, though, they'll hang out closer to the road. And oftentimes, like I've snake hunted in Palm Springs, and you do it late at night on the highway. Well, you're literally driving and just kind of keeping an eye out on the
For what? Glowing eyes?
side.
I mean, what are you looking for? How aren't you driving?
You're driving, but there's nobody else on the road, so you can go as slow as you want.
Dude.
I've known him 10 years.
And this is
The
remarkable.
the longer I've known him, the more white trash he's become.
I thought he's down in Austin, seeing some family, doing some shows.
Yeah.
Everyone's hanging out, seeing our friends. And he goes, you know what? While I'm down
go
here,
snake
I'm going to go
hunting.
snake hunting. I didn't realize this was a fucking pastime. This is you're like an onion, Lucas. Every time we think we know you, it's just another peel comes off.
God damn, I did shows.
I'm sure
everything
you-
else was pretty normal with Austin, except for last Friday.
The snake hunting is not normal at all. But again, it's your normal, and that's what makes us love you even more.
Well,
it
and
makes me love you.
Most people who snake hunt are doing it to capture the snake and sell them because they are worth money.
Oh, so you're trying? Okay,
But we're not doing that.
Got
That's,
that? Okay.
Like I'm hunting with like a professional who's very much against that.
And if the law showed up for some reason and they said, do you need a permit? Like, are they like, hey, can I see your snake hunting permits?
It's a good question. I mean, depending if they're endangered, I'm sure
You
you
think
could get
Fish
arrested.
and Wild would want to get I don't think you just grab. I don't know.
Texas
Look,
doesn't give a shit though either.
Breton got wedding bands. Did you purchase your wedding bands last weekend?
Yeah.
And what you got yours at a
Wow,
size
sounds
petite?
excited. Sounds excited about that.
Mine was super inexpensive, and the other was pretty pricey.
Yeah, that's how it works, dude. Yeah. You
And,
pick,
and she's
which
like,
one did you pick
let's,
out first?
Let's buy the others.
Which one did you
for
do first?
We did mine, and it was simple.
Yes. You know why you did yours first? And because it's like you go like, what were the price ranges? Because I remember my wedding band was like between like $50 and like $300 was what I was looking at. And the guy's like, here's $1,000 one. I go, no. I go, we save zeros for her. This will be on, and I like my wedding ring, or my, like, you won't probably like it, Maybe you
Wait,
will.
Are you not
I'm
wearing it?
No, I never wear it because I'm lefty and I'm an athlete, so I always have to be able to. And Court and I are coming from not a joint golf lesson, but a competing golf lesson, which we'll get to in a minute. There's a reason why he's on that side of the table.
That's
and I'm not saying I love this man like a brother.
The winners,
but there's animosity.
Sit over here.
What winners?
No offense, you got bit by a snake.
No, you didn't get bit. You weren't even listening to the
bit.
story. You were on your phone. This guy was hunting snakes successfully.
I still say he's bit by a snake. You know,
The swelling will go down.
Here's okay. By the way, the wedding ring thing, you won't like it in 5-6 years from now. It doesn't matter. You wear it, you put it on. It's they see the sign.
Yeah, I mean,
You're dead inside.
I want to get one of those silicone ones. You know,
What?
The
Why
silicone.
are you always doing
Because
like
it's
Bitcoin, silicon? Just do
It's
normal
simple.
things.
It's like if I lose it, it's a $10 ring.
Get a wood one then. I'm not kidding you. I'm being serious. I'm being I'll get a wood one. I know like 10 friends with wood wedding bands. They don't catch on shit. They're not like It's really good. I'm just whatever. You already did it though.
Yeah,
it's
I
done.
already did it. It's done.
But you can buy a band for that cheap. I didn't know that they were that cheap for a guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I could be fake, like acting like I'm married for like $10.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
All right, I might do that.
Good for you. That's a fucking.
That's
dude,
a good move.
You're you not only you try to catch strange things, but you try to go about catching things in a
Yeah.
strange manner. I've
Yeah.
never seen a guy go, I'm gonna act like I'm married, and then chicks will come to me.
Oh,
I guess that's a move, right?
Dude, I fish with weird bait.
I fucking love it. All right, let's get to why we're here. It's a big week. It's U.S. Open Golf Week in Torrey Pines. And not only are the professional athletes going down there to compete for the U.S. Open trophy, which is, I think it's the 100-something U.S. Open. It's a lot of U.S. Opens. But also, Court McCown and I are going down to do stand-up comedy shows at the La Jolla Comedy Store. So shameless plug right up front. If you haven't already gotten tickets, there's a couple tickets left for each night. Saturday's real tight now, so get them now. I think they're doing them table style, so I don't know how they do it, but just get them if you want to come. And I would love if you came. So, and it's going to be a real packed weekend filled with golf, going to golf to watch the U.S. Open, doing shows at night, and a lot of shit talking back and forth. And here's why, okay? I've known him for many, many years now, and he's always been a great golfer. I've always had fun playing golf with him. And over the last couple of years, I've taken it more seriously. Yeah, you guys have known. I'm trying to get a little bit better. Mm-hmm. And then about a year ago, a little less than that, in the middle of coronavirus, I'm doing shit on my own. Nothing's working. I'm slamming my head against the wall. And I call him up. I go, what do I do? He goes, call this guy. And Kevin, our instructor, the man he gave me, has literally transformed my game to the point where now I sit across from this guy, the same man I used to fear every single time we'd play. I never even thought in any world I would ever be able to compete, hold up a scorecard and go, I stood toe-to-toe with this guy. I am now prepared because of the instruction by Hour. And I say Hour because he is still mine. And this guy's starting to hedge his bets. He's spending time in North Carolina. I don't want to start rumors or anything, but I'm just saying he's our instructor now, but he still will always be mine because he has taken me to the level. You know what I'm talking? You're talking to a Criers champion.
Criers champion.
Pasadena Brookside Men's Club champion.
What flight?
A flight.
No.
Yes, it was the A flight.
That's
the highest flight you can get on that one.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No.
Court, I don't fucking make me pull up the paperwork because I don't have it. But the point is this.
What was the youngest guy in your thing?
65?
Okay.
Is it? That's not the point.
It is.
The point is this, okay?
Look,
I beat them all like old men.
Let's just.
And what are you? Another old man. Oh. And I will beat you the same way. Now I know you. I see you. You're taking that Phil Mickelson fucking. Oh, I can do it all at 50 plus, and that whole. And you can't, dude. You're gonna break the fuck down. You know, especially when you see what you're up against.
This
now.
is being recorded.
100%. It's live.
Okay.
It's on YouTube right now. People are watching this. 6 people are watching this. How many, Aaron?
So for what?
4.
So for 9 months.
Okay.
You've gone to a guy who's a phenomenal teacher.
Absolutely.
Kevin Scheller, one of the best there is.
All we can say is positive things.
Used to teach Anthony Kim. He's a phenomenal instructor.
Works at Valencia. If
He's
you're ever
a phenomenal
up
instructor. But let's kind of look at this. Like let's say you take a Mercedes AMG into the shop and you get it tuned a little. You got the guy tuning it, and then you've got a guy who brings in a 74 230 that's rusty. The wheels don't really drive right. The top's broken, and he spends a little time working on it. It's going to run like a 74 230. That's your 74 230 right there. This is your brand new AMG C63.
A classic.
That fucking smokes down the road. And you don't have a hope in fuck of fucking winning.
Well,
so
I would like you to right now pull up your handicap. I will pull up mine right now. Okay. We will say them out loud.
Yep.
And then tomorrow, when we play Brookside, because we're playing a nice course on Friday, and I want to enjoy myself on Friday. We're playing the Farms, which is down in San Diego. It's a gorgeous course, courtesy of my very good friend, Matthew Adams, that works at Callaway Golf, the fucking #1 clubs in golf. And so we're going to play with him down there. But I want that to be a fun day.
So
tomorrow.
So do you know how many strokes you're going to get from me?
5.
No.
I'm a 7.
I know. I'm a 3.
Okay, 4.
Yeah.
That's 2 aside.
No, it's 4 strokes. So the way a handicap works is
don't fucking lecture me on my own goddamn podcast.
The way a handicap works is
what?
Is you take the total score.
Yeah.
Your total score, your gross score.
So if I get a 77 and you get a 73, we push.
That's right.
Not like on the hardest hole, I get an extra stroke and you get normal par.
Right. We're not playing match play.
Hold on. First of all, why do you decide the rules of what we're playing and what we're not playing?
Those are the rules of the fucking handicap. Now, when you won your senior event, when you played against all those fucking Jim Freer and all these guys.
Shout outs.
By the way, we didn't know they were all old guys.
Oh yeah.
Some of those guys, some of those guys are really, they're
late
not.
60s.
I said 65
late
for the
60s.
joke.
Yeah.
There's one guy that's 84.
Yeah, there's some late 60s.
And he
guys.
ups the fucking mean average of everybody else.
Wait.
I'm not even 44 yet. I'm 43. Mm-hmm. I'll be 44 in 2 weeks.
I thought his handicap was 84. He's aged 84.
No, he is actually 84 years old, and his handicap is a 29. Which means if he breaks 100, he probably beats me. And he didn't that day. That's what happens when you're up against fucking elite. Like, people see it, and that's
elite,
the point.
That's the elite athletes.
Let me get my point out.
The best available.
Yes.
No, we haven't played together that much, and so you haven't seen the growth. And I think that when you see the growth, and then you realize I can't do what I normally do. I can't get in his head. I can't fuck him up. I can't mess with him at all.
All I got to do is say to you, I think you're up by 1, and then it'll go sideways.
We'll see, dude. We will see. We will fucking see. Now, I'm not happy with the way my wrist feels right now. I've been throwing a lot of BP.
Here we go.
I've been throwing a lot of BP. The kids are my son's in the All-Star team. I'm helping coach, so I throw 2 hours of fucking BP a night.
So you went
when you
out.
throw BP, you don't throw it like a regular pitch. You put a little fucking twist on it, so it is a little bit of a wrist motion.
So today, when you were out working with our teacher,
yes,
Kevin, when you're out there
earlier than you, by the way.
Yeah. Well, of course.
Early bird's getting that worm.
Well, no, it's just you
need
can't
to
handle
you
the
need
heat.
to stretch for about 4 hours before.
So you get out there. You work like I saw you working putting. I saw you fucking in the bunker.
I knew it.
You're fucking on the course. You're doing all these things.
Yep.
And it's good that
it's called a tune-up.
Yeah, you get all that stuff done. And we basically went and stood on the range, and he was just like, "Yep, perfect. Yep, perfect.
Great.
Yep, perfect." And,
cool. I could have done that too.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to pay him, by the way. I got to pay him
too.
Yeah,
I forgot
shit.
about
We
that.
got to pay our.
Yeah.
He's a great instructor, by the way, especially if you pay him. No, I'm glad. I'm glad you're confident. I'm glad this is all being recorded. I'm glad that you feel like you are ready to I'm glad we're in town together and to do this because it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fantastic.
And it's going to be a bloodbath. And it's going to be warm tomorrow. And I don't want to hear any complaints about how hot you are, how North Carolina is not normally this hot, and you're here, and so you're not used to it. Blah blah blah. It's hot. Yesterday he calls me up. I go, it's fucking hot today. He goes, it's not that bad. I'm in Santa Monica at 78. I go, I'm up by the mountains, dude. It's 98 degrees up here.
It's 104 in Burbank.
This is what I'm talking about.
Dude,
this
I was
guy's
out
a
there.
pussy.
I was out there. Oh, fuck off. I was out there today from 10 to 11, just spanking them right down the fucking
Good
middle
enough.
while you're getting your blood taken for some fucking weird reason.
I'm going to the doctor, and I get medical treatments here and there, okay?
Yeah. All right.
It's the stuff that they gave to Alex Rodriguez. That's what I'm taking, human growth hormone. That's what I'm doing. I'm told you, dude, I'm going on the tour.
What, the Universal Studios tour?
The
What?
fucking PGA Senior Tour. That's the plan.
You're gonna,
starting.
Do you want to watch? I can get you tickets if you need tickets to that.
This is all mind games, and I'm not going to fall for it. This is the shit that will not work tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm wearing my earbuds. I'm not friends with him. I don't know him.
Just put the blinders
But
on.
the only thing I might say is I might tell our good friend Jim Freer, who he made fun of before because of his older age, what he said about him on the podcast.
I don't think he'll mind. He knows how old he is, and the fact that, all right,
let's change gears here for a second. I want to talk about the actual U.S. Open, the one that the professional golfers will be competing at this weekend at Torrey Pines South Course in La Jolla, California. Long course. It looks beautiful. The weather's going to be great. I don't know if it's as warm down there as it is here.
It's actually very nice. It's going to be in the low 60s. It's the June gloom. So Torrey Pines is renowned for the fog that comes in the morning. Lots of fog delays there. Probably won't happen during June because it'll be warm. But it's right there on the cliff. So it's going to. I think the high is like 75.
They usually play the Farmers there every year.
In January.
In January, and it's the big thing they have to worry about then is rain because that's usually our rainy season here.
Yeah. But it's going to be amazing there. The weather's going to be fantastic. So all week it's just going to be beautiful.
You've gone to the Farmers plenty of times, correct?
Yep, I do La Jolla every year. I've had both these guys have come down with me before to La Jolla. So I love it.
The course is, I assume, always in great shape. I played it once before with Matthew. I was telling you the Callaway guy. But have you played it before?
I have.
Okay. So what differences do you think you're going to see between what you see in January and what you're going to see this week?
I think some of the differences you're going to see is the fairways, which are not wide to begin with. The fairways are going to be a little bit tighter, and you're also going to find the rough is going to come up quite a bit. So as difficult as the rough already is at Torrey Pines, U.S. Open is known for the U.S. Open rough, which can be as much as 2, 3, 4 inches tall.
They want to make it a penalty.
Yeah, it's a penalty. So if you're and Torrey notoriously has always been that they play the Farmers on the north and the south. So they each all the players play one day on the south and one day on the north. Then there's a cut, and then they all play the south Saturday and Sunday. So the North Course is notorious for 5 under, 6 under, 7 under scores.
Yeah.
And if you look at your friend Patrick Reed, who won in January, he had a combined score of 274. So his average was about 68.5, and that's including the North Course. And that's Farmers. So the weather is going to be a little warmer than it usually is during...
Ball travels further.
Ball travels a little further. But I think you're going to see, one is you're going to see harder greens, which the Open's known for. So and Torrey Pines has some of the smallest greens in golf. So, I mean, that course is like Brookside in a sense that the greens are very small. I think the largest green, is 13, is a par 5, and it's like 35 yards wide. And that's the biggest green there.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, your guys who can chip, that's why, again, and I'll say it now, watch for Phil Mickelson. He grew up there. He's played there his whole life. He still lives there. And he's coming off that win at the PGA. He's never won the U.S. Open, which I think puts a little added pressure on him.
6-time runner-up.
Yeah, 6. I mean, he folded.
Times.
He folded at Wingfoot was probably just one of the biggest disasters ever. But to see him there with this confidence, he's hitting the ball as far as anybody is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I would not take Phil out of the equation.
the course is right on the water, but for some reason the wind doesn't really seem to play. I don't know.
Oh fuck yeah, wind's a big factor there.
So now in January, I feel like it would be worse than it is probably now. I feel like it's not as much wind right now, even though we are right on the water.
I think it's. I don't think
it's not like going to be Kiowa, right? Where it's like you get big gusts and things like that.
No, but it picks up. You get some wind there, and you've got some long ass holes there.
Yeah.
And we were talking earlier about some of the prop bets and the par threes. There are no short, easy par threes at Torrey Pines.
There's nothing.
There's nothing that's short there. And, we're talking about I think probably you're going to see some guys go out and maybe one of their better days, maybe shoot a 68. I don't see it going a lot lower than that. I haven't seen the setup necessarily out there. I haven't been watching enough golf live, because they really kind of break it down. But, I'm so looking forward to this because the last time the Open was played there was the infamous, Tiger Woods beating Rocco Mediate.
I was saying to, I don't remember who it was yesterday, but I watched this thing on Rocco Mediate on the Golf Channel, and he had some personal troubles right after that whole 2008, and he's saying, thinking back now, he's like, I didn't realize how much personal troubles Tiger's going through, how much personal troubles I was going through, but it seemed like when we were in the ropes competing, we put that all aside. And they asked him, they said, would you rather have won? Would you rather have beaten him? And he's like, honestly, the way it played out, I would not have changed a thing because think about it. And you guys aren't huge golf fans, but Rocco Mediate, to me, losing that means more. I remember that more than Trevor Immelman winning the Masters. And the only reason I know Trevor Immelman won the Masters is because he's a golf commentator on the Golf Channel.
Right.
And that's how he probably got the job. He's a good golfer, a good commentator, but he won the Masters. I would argue that Rocco Mediate had bigger impression, and people remember that more for him not winning, but competing against Tiger than having one. So I would say, I would be happier having it played out the way it did.
But you're looking at this golf course, and we're talking about the par threes. I mean, number 3 is 195, and it's down this severe downslope, and it's
next to the water,
next to right by cliff.
Yeah.
So it's like and it's going to be crazy. I'm sure they're getting their yardages down, but that has a wind effect. So the wind coming right off the ocean's one.
And you don't know what tee boxes until you get there that day.
No, but they won't vary. They won't vary more than 10, 15 yards. But I mean, you look at hole 2 is the shortest par 4. It's 387, but it is a brutal hole. I mean, it is just you have to land it perfect, and then the green is insane to hold and to putt. It's 2 level. It's just tiered. It's crazy. And then you look at the par 3s on the back. I mean, my God, man. You're looking at, hole 16 is 223 over the gully. It's such a fucking hard hole. And, you look at 11, which is 222, and it's like to this very thin little green. And, look at 12. 12 is going to be the hardest hole on the course, I think, all week. It's a par 4. It's kind of a little uphill going out.
Didn't they lengthen it?
It's 501.
501, dude.
Par 4. And it's brutal. It's just brutal.
Do you think that, and before we get, I want to do the prop bets before we get to actual picks. Do you think that Bryson will be able to do what he has done, like what he did at Wingfoot, where it's like the rough is X long, so I'm just going to blast it down as far as I can and just try to muscle it out of the rough? And
he won't be able to do that. He won't be able to muscle it out of the rough the reason he won't is because of the greens are so small. So if he had large greens, it would be a different story. Where you looked at Kiowa and you looked at some of these, you looked at when he won the Open at Wingfoot, which had much bigger greens. You have very small greens at Torrey, and
they're Poana, right? Which is like it's like a different. A lot of guys don't like putting on them. They have like little buds, and at the end of the day, the more they hit the sun, the buds kind of grow a little bit, so it gets a little bumpy.
It gets a little bumpier.
They hold spike marks more and shit like that.
But the difference is now you can tap everything down. So it's not. You're not going to have the crazy. You're not going to have. It's not going to be as crazy. But the interesting thing, I think, is with Bryson has become such a great putter. He's a great putter. He's not a good putter. He's a great putter. And I was just watching the other day. I was watching on Golf Channel, and he was out on the course with Mickelson. and Mickelson was giving him a chipping lesson.
Yeah, I saw that about beating the ball at the back of the ball.
Yeah, and he was like, and the interesting thing is I just don't know. You know, they were talking about how the difference of like Dustin Johnson, his weakness used to be his wedge game, and you know he went out and he fixed it. And now he's one of the best wedge players in the game.
Became number one player in the world.
Number one player in the world. So,
but he's got to show up this week.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying he's got to win, but you can't miss 3 cuts in a row as the number one player in the world.
No, but also, you know, but you look at Bryson, and Bryson, he has that 1-length club, and he just can't. It's just difficult to wedge your ball around with a 6-iron length club, or so it's different. I'm not counting him out. He's just not one of my picks this week.
Let's do some prop bets before we get to some picks, and then I want to ask you about the Bryson Koepka thing. All right, so first prop bet. These are sent by my buddy Kent, who judged our first and I think only meatball eating contest. Kent Brown.
Yeah.
These are interesting prop bets. Okay, so will there be a hole-in-one during the 72-hole U.S. Open? Yes is plus. No, wait. Yes is negative. Oh, wait.
You having a hard time reading that?
Yes is negative 140.
So maybe you should be in the
plus is
guys.
110. So it's almost a
yes
pick 'em.
is negative 140?
Yeah. I mean, think about it. There's 156 golfers playing, 4 rounds, 2 rounds.
So you're going to have 72 guys. You're going to have 72 guys playing. So you're going to have 280 chances. 288 chances, and then add another 140, 424 chances, or 300.
Now, again, going to Court's point, there are no, even at Pebble, there's that 130. They move the tee box here and there, and the wind's the protector, but it's still it's 130. You find the right club, you find the right win. These are all I mean,
I say no.
I'm going to say no. I want money.
I think yes. I think
say
there will
no.
be.
I'm going to say yes, too.
Are you?
I mean,
all
I
right.
just
well,
feel
I like this side of the
there's
table.
too many guys.
I like where this. I know, but
He
think
just spent 10 minutes explaining why it's such a hard course, and you're like, yeah, someone's going to get a hole in
No,
one.
but I think, though, first of all, I think that while we're there on Saturday, I'm going to go stand by the par 3, and when they get one, I'm going to cartwheel naked across the fucking green. No, I think just the numbers. It's you got 156 guys playing. Someone's going to get lucky. Come on. All right. Will there be a playoff?
I'm going to say no.
So no is no, you got to put a lot of money down. No would be $100 to win, $490 to win $100. But yes, you put $100 down, you're going to win $330. So the only thing is 2 guys. That's all you need. 2 scores.
Right.
So these are tight usually. I mean, I don't really remember many U.S. Opens that are.
No, there haven't been a lot that have
and there have been ones that were going to be, like the Dustin Johnson one where he 3-putted on 18 and Jordan Spieth ended up winning it. That would have been
Can you imagine?
Playoff?
Can you imagine the guy that had that on? I remember looking at that on DraftKings, and there was a guy that was winning with Dustin Johnson. All Dustin Johnson had to do was 2-putt. And he would have been the champion. And
by the way, that was the same year TaylorMade put out a thing where you buy the driver, and if Dustin Johnson wins the U.S. Open, they give you your money back. So it's like a $400 driver. So fucking, you heard drivers being snapped left and right across the country when that fucking putt.
Oh, dude, yeah. I'm gonna say no this year. I think
no playoff.
I think someone
That's
is actually gonna. I think someone's actually gonna win this one. Okay.
All right, winning 72 hole score will be. Over under 279.5.
So 279 is so.
You want me to do the math for you? I can get a calculator.
That's under par.
Yep. Because 272 would be par, right?
Yeah. No. What is it?
So yes, you want me to get a calculator?
Yes. Fuck you.
279.5. 279
divided by 4 equals.
69.75. What's par? 72?
72. So
that's 3 under. No.
It's 2 and so that's they're saying 8 under?
Yeah, 8 under.
No fucking way.
You think the under on that?
I take the under on that.
Yeah, 8 under. 8, a little more than 8.
Yeah, because
it's 0.75, so it's really a quarter of a
Well, I mean, let's put it this way. Patrick Reed won in January, and he was.
And I think they're basing it off of those scores. You know, the Farmers usually has like someone won it like minus 21 a couple of years. Leishman or something was minus 21. So I think they try to base their scores off of that. Now,
well, yeah, but I'm saying it was his average was 68.5.
Yeah.
And that was taking the North course into account too.
Yep.
So one round was on the North course. I don't. So
you don't think anyone's getting the negative?
So that's eight. That's 8 under.
Yeah.
It's pretty much 8 under. 8 plus under. And I think the winning score is going to be closer to 6.
6 under.
I think 6 under is going to be. I think 6 under.
I think this thing gets real tight at the weekend.
I think it's like it's not going to be hot. You know, it's not going to be hot. It's going to be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But and I just don't think the way the U.S. Open sets up courses, they're not fair. I mean,
they'll dry the greens out if they have to.
They'll dry them out. The rough's going to be brutal, and they're going to lengthen some holes.
Yeah.
You know, so it's going to be long. What do you see the weather? See?
Let's see.
75.
Yeah. Right now it's 73.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be the average, like 73. So that's not hot.
No.
You know, so it's not like you're not.
I'm wearing shorts though. You're wearing shorts, right?
Yes, I wear shorts.
Should we coordinate?
Yeah.
Do you think anyone will shoot a 65.5 or better at any point? So you think the low round is a 66 or higher?
I think a 6. I think
that's 6 under.
I know. I think you might see somebody go out
tomorrow,
shoot a 68
early.
You know, 68 might be a good round. I just don't see someone going out and just going lights out on that golf course. I just don't think you're going to
running away with it. You're saying?
Yeah, I don't think you're. I think it's going to be rare for someone to shoot a bogey-free round. Period.
Oh, that would have been a great one. Do you think anyone will have a bogey-free round?
Yeah, I mean, I think
probably, but not many. Probably under 5.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think you're going to have more than 2 or 3 players all weekend will. And I think a bogey-free round might be 71. You know, I mean, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. But I just don't see anybody going out there and getting through that fucking South course, which is a beast.
Yeah,
it is a beast of a golf course, and it is tight, and you have landing areas, and there's bunkers that if you go in the bunker, you got no shot at getting to the green. The par 5s are 610. There's
one that's behind the antenna pole over there.
Yeah, there's insane. There's one that it's like it's got a 330-yard landing area, and I think that's
who's carrying that? I mean, everyone is, but I guess.
But then you've got to carry it into a very small area, and then you can't go off either way because then it goes down.
Do you think anyone that doesn't hit it a mile has a chance? Do you see anyone that could to shape the ball in there?
Yeah,
Lee Westwood did great in 2008. He's not a bomber, but he can wrap a 3-wood and use the contour of the fairway to kind of hold.
I think you're going to see some players like Victor Hovland.
Okay, yeah, that's the guy that I was looking at too.
I think Victor Hovland. You're going to see a guy like Victor Hovland who's probably going to have a very good U.S. Open. There's.
Let's get into it. Who do you like?
Who I really like is John Rahm.
Me too. Fuck, I knew you were going to say that. I knew we were going to bring the same bitch to the dance. I have my reasons. Let's hear your reasons.
Well, he was playing out of his mind at Memorial, and he got and I saw him talking about this, and his opinion was it wasn't handled the best. But it's like, how else do you handle it?
You know how you handle it? You get the fucking vaccine, dude.
Yeah.
It costs you $1.5 million.
Yeah, exactly. And I think 1.8 or
whatever it was.
Yeah, it's like, but here's the thing: is like he knew all week that he had been exposed to COVID, and he knew that this was something that was very possibly going to be an issue. But they let him keep playing because he kept testing negative, and then when he tested positive, they retested it to make sure it wasn't a false positive, and it was positive. And you know what? Sorry, bro.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't let anybody else play by themselves or any of the other situations.
Well, you have fans. So it's like, sorry.
Yeah.
We're not, for one guy, we're not changing it just because. I mean, if he was 19 over, but anyway, beside the point is he's won at Torrey before.
Yeah, his first victory was
his
there.
first victory was there. He's a good hitter. He plays a nice fade, which I think is a good shot, a good ball flight at Torrey, and I think he's got a really, really good shot. My guys, I'm kind of going with. I'm going a lot of local knowledge. I like Max Homa.
Yep.
Max Homa's got Joe on his bag. I love Joe. He's a good friend, and I really like him. And
you said Joe's from San Diego.
Joe,
and knows the course real well.
Knows the course really well. So you've got that. Again, Phil Mickelson, man. Phil
If you're
Mickelson.
looking for I don't know what is the long shot? What is he? Do you know what Phil is?
Phil's 50-1.
That's still a long shot.
Yeah. So and then another
And
one.
at 50-1, that's not a bad.
No. And another one I like is Shoffley. Another local
San Diego guy.
I'm kind of like I did a couple of different ones. I kind of looked at a couple of different things, and another one. And another guy I really like is Fleetwood. I like Tommy Fleetwood. He's a very straight hitter.
Yeah, good ball striker.
Good
One
ball
of the
striker,
best.
and
That's why I like Morikawa for that same reason.
I don't.
And Hovland, but I like Morikawa because he's Northern California, but he's used to putting on Poana and things like So I feel like he's a good ball striker. He'll be around. I'm not sure if he's going to win, but I like him to finish top 10. Sorry, go ahead, keep going.
And then that's kind of one of my things, and then I got the Frenchman.
Van Rooyen.
Yeah.
Why? Because he's a bomber.
He's a bomber, and I think he's going to have a good week. I don't know that he's a potential winner. I don't think he's a potential winner, but in my DraftKings, he's someone who's better make the fucking cut.
All right.
So I got that one, and then shifting gears. So those are kind of where I'm at with my favorites. That's what I feel like is a good one. Now on the other side of that, I would go with a lineup, like Sam Burns. I like the
big time bomber.
I like the way he's hitting the ball. Tony Finau. Finau is he hasn't played great.
Dude, like this guy is a top 10 player in the world.
Yeah.
Always capable of being right around the leaderboard, but never seems to get his name there on Sunday.
Yeah, but some other guys are like Victor Hovland's another one. I got a firm belief in him. Oosthuizen can never say no to Louis. He's
bomber,
just
always there.
Fucking Mr. UPS. He just sends it right down the fucking middle.
Can I run a name by you?
Yeah.
Matthew Wolff.
You know what? I
finished second last year at the U.S. Open.
Okay.
Can bomb it. I just don't know the health. I don't know if you had any thought on that. I mean, I know
I don't know. I don't know what is.
The health to me also is what keeps me out with Brooks, like leaving Brooks out of the conversation, because that's a beast of a golf course to walk.
The only reason I didn't take Brooks is he was too expensive in DraftKings. I would not discount him.
He's going to be around. But
I think Brooks is got a very. If I was going to say my top three to win the U.S. Open, top three to win this U.S. Open would be Jon Rahm, Brooks Koepka, and Xander Schauffele. Those would be my top three picks to win. And then slowly behind that, I would go Phil Mickelson. I think Phil. I just really think he's got a shot, man. I think this is his last year. How do you say he doesn't? I think this is really his last year to be this competitive. In other words, I think he's riding high. I think he's playing some of the best golf of his life. And for him to go out at 50 at Kiowa and just beat the shit out of that field. And even and going through some hitting it in the water.
There were some issues.
On Saturday when he slung that hook into the water and had to re-tee from all the way back on the tee because he never got it even over
any part of the land.
Yeah. So to see him do that and then and to persevere through all that and. I just don't see how you take the guy out of the equation. I just think it's a hometown.
I love Rahm. I think Rahm's. Yeah. I mean, I think they're going to let him play. Last I heard, they were going to let him play.
Oh yeah, he's playing.
Oh, he's playing. Okay. Oh, yeah. So Rahm, I love Rahm. I love Reed. You know why? I think you're not gonna because the greens are so small. You're not gonna get too many opportunities to just in the fairway get on the green. You're going to have a great short game, and there's really no one better. So I love the fact that he can get up and down. I think he'll do great scrambling for the week. I think whoever wins is going to be top 5 in scrambling. So I love Reed, and I also love. I mean, I said Morikawa before. I said Hovland, but asshole. I don't know if there's going to be any cheating involved this year. You know what? No, trust me. Every shot that Patrick Reed hits, and shout out to my man Kessler, his caddy. I love you, man. See you on Friday night. But every shot that he hits will be watched very carefully. Am I right?
One of the best caddies on the tour, Kessler.
Of course.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the best. And
there's a lot that goes along with Pat.
Dude,
they've written articles about him.
It's difficult.
Yes.
It's difficult. It's difficult to be there, and it's also difficult because he won in January, no fans,
very small, but
very, very small.
They also, the ones that were there weren't cheering either.
No.
But it sounded like there was no one there, even though there were people there.
And I think, and it's like, and I just, it's a difficult job.
Sure.
It's a difficult job. But he is a great player, and Kessler's a great cat.
And I think that Patrick will, I do believe that he will do well. And
I've got him in one of my draft games. I picked him.
Here's a name that I haven't heard a lot of people, but I think, if you look at his record on the course, he plays real well there. It's been a while since his big peak, but Hideki Matsuyama, he hits the ball. He's a bomber. He hits it straight. Can he putt like he did at the Masters or keep that sort of up and down vibe going? But I think he's got a good shot there this week.
No.
Oh, man. Bro, fucking hang on it.
No, I don't think so.
No, sir, huh? All right, why not?
Think so.
You don't
I just think
too much.
I don't think.
Is it a game thing or a mental thing?
I don't think it's a mental thing. I don't think he is a horse for the course. Let's put it that way. I just don't think he is. I think
here's where we're gonna get bone of contention. Here's the thing: Hideki Matsuyama
is not a bomber of the golf ball.
He'll make top 15. Do you want to bet on that?
Well, you're going 15 down. If he has
there's 156 guys in the tournament.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going top 10%. Top 10%. That's not a fucking.
All right,
I'm giving you 90%. I'm taking 10.
Okay, I'll take that.
I think he's gonna have a good week.
All right, I'll take that one. I don't think it's a course for him. I just don't think he's.
Okay.
Never, he is.
You're wrong.
Historically, I don't think he's played it well.
We can look up those numbers. I'll have Brenton do it, but I think he's. Brenton, look up how many rounds Hideki Matsuyama's played at the South Course and Torrey Pines over the last 15 years, and parallel that to what his normal average score is to par. Go ahead, do that right now.
Wow.
Right now. Have it done. What kind of producer are you? Listen, I think he's going to have a good week, dude. The guy's a major winner. Obviously, this year is a big year for him with the Masters and the Olympics being in Japan. But I think in the middle of this, he can hit the ball real long and straight. If he can putt.
Yeah, I don't see it.
All right.
I don't see it.
Do you think that this Koepka thing, do you like this Koepka DeChambeau thing? And
I love
also, did you hear, because this is some bullshit. I watched both of their press conferences today. Brooks he holds the line of like, look, I'm here for me. I don't fuck around with anybody else. I don't care who you pair me up with. I don't care who I play with. I'm here to win this fucking thing. Yeah. And I don't care whose neck I have to step on to do it.
Right.
Bryson's all like, I think it's fun, this and that. I wouldn't mind being paired up with this and that. I don't really think about it. But then, I can't remember whose podcast it was. It breaks that they actually, the PGA called Bryson's agents and said, how would you like to be paired with Brooks on? And he said, no, thank you.
Oh, really?
Yes. Whose podcast did that come out on? I got to look it up. I got to give him credit. It's not Peter Jacobson. It's someone else like that. It's an older, yeah. So they called, look, and there was a whole thing like, the PGA is not WWE. They're not going to put these guys together. They don't. But you know what? Number one, someone's going to do it. And number two, everyone's going to watch when they do it. And number three, they're going to have to be paired on a Ryder Cup team or later on. So they're going to have to be together and coexist.
There used to be the big rivalry between Phil and Tiger.
Yeah,
that was a big kind of thing. But and there was always kind of, but I mean, it was all because the other day, at Kiowa, Brooks was being interviewed. It's been on, everybody's seen it. And, and he
we
says
played
that,
it on the show. It's he got annoyed by it.
But Brooks is a funny guy, man.
Sure.
He's funny. He's like this guy that kind of just, he's just in the moment, and he says it, and it's like, and Bryson is a funny guy, fun guy.
They're just, they would not be friends. They're just not the kind of people that would be friends.
Yeah, they're just not
They
guys
would
that
not find each other funny.
No.
Brooks doesn't think that Bryson's changed the game or reinvented the fucking game. And Bryson thinks that, I've done things that no one else has done, and I'm going to continue to put... So... I think if you strap them both into a lie detector, they don't really kind of think the other person is special and or interesting and or enough that you would want to be friends with them.
There was a great one where Bryson made a comment about their workout stuff, and Bryson, said, something about a six-pack, and then Brooks sent back a picture of his 4 major trophies and said, yes, I am too short of a six-pack.
Yeah. I mean, I like that, though.
And
That's
it's like, but that's funny shit.
That is. Especially when you don't have a six-pack. And by the way, we're talking about golfers talking shit about their bodies to each other, which is probably the most ridiculous thing that sports has ever come down to.
And both of these guys in incredible shape.
Any of us would trade bodies with either one of those guys in a second. I
don't know. I feel pretty,
on, dude.
I know.
Let's move on to the Islanders and the Tampa Bay.
Are we done with golf?
Unless you have anything else you want to say.
I just look forward to tomorrow.
Me too. As do I.
Is there money on the line with this?
I mean, there could be whatever you want.
Whatever you want to put on it.
I say we do charity. We do it to each other. It's our favorite charity. Like, remember our Jordans? One time, Thomas Davis, we did a charity event for Thomas Davis. It was very nice in North Carolina. We were there doing the gig anyway. But we did this gig for free, Courtney.
Oh, no.
And then he comes backstage.
No. His wife comes backstage.
His wife comes backstage and with these 2 envelopes of money.
Cash. Good money. A
couple $100 each at
like
least.
$600.
Yeah. She goes, Thomas would like to say thank you. And I said, absolutely not. We said yes to doing this gig for charity. Donate it to the charity. So she goes, great. No problem. Then they go, Thomas
which is great for him because he's making a buttload of money that weekend already. Whereas I am not making a buttload of money that weekend. And so and he goes, no, if you want to take the money, take the money.
I did say if you want to go back and ask her for your envelope, feel free. Go ahead.
Yeah, how's that
take it out of the fucking
you want to be
kid's
the
mouth.
biggest piece of shit of all time.
That's what I said.
Exactly.
Hello. It gets worse though.
And if he would have just said, thank you, that's very nice.
I know, but
given his buddy.
The money that he worked for and he earned.
Dude, I'm trying to do the right thing by the kids, bro. The kids.
And giving it away.
I do it for the children.
You could give a fuck.
I want to announce on this podcast now that I want to donate all the money that you made selling your house in Pasadena to my favorite charity.
What?
And we thank you.
You don't get to. That's my house. And
but
first of all, don't give out the location of where I live.
Yeah. And
how dare you, sir? I live in the Bat Cave. Jesus Christ! What are you getting? My social security number?
Don't you care about the kids?
By the way, so Thomas Davis goes, "Hey, I'm a Jordan athlete, one of the few in the NFL. I'll send you a pair of Jordans." Great.
Oh,
we'll each get a pair of Jordans.
And he says, "What color do you want? What color and
give
size?"
Give them specific colors and sizes.
And I said, "I want the black and gray, size 11."
Yep.
Black and gray, size 11.
That's
all I asked for.
2.5 years later, we have not received anything back. This is like a year ago. Then all of a sudden, I text the guy who we did the gig with. I go, "Hey, not for nothing, but we haven't got these Jordans or anything like that." A week later, we get in the mail, right? I knew it was bad when I got home. He goes, "Did you open it?" I go, "No." He calls me up. "Did you open it?" We opened it up. They are 2 pairs. I got a pair of Jordans. He got a pair of Jordans. They are the ugliest Jordans you have ever seen. And here's what they are, okay? And this is just my taste. It's the Jordan 1s, right? But instead of the white on the color, it's the newspaper articles of all the clipping. But you can't read it. It looks like it's just dirty Jordans. I don't know if we can pull them up. I don't even. I'll bring them next week or whatever. I should give them away.
The tab.
That's what we're gonna do.
On the floor by you.
That's what we're gonna do.
No.
That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give away these Jordans. If anyone is a size 11, we're gonna have some sort of contest. You will get these Jordans. They are the ugliest.
Double
Jordans.
my size.
They've never been worn ever. Never.
Mine were opened once.
I still have them in the box.
Not only are they still, the box has only been opened once. I opened them, looked at them, and go, these are the ugliest fucking shoes I've ever seen.
Fucking ballistic when he goes, we had money in our hands. Cash.
I could have bought 5 pairs of Jordans that I liked.
These fucking ugly pieces of shit. I wouldn't wear these fucking things if. And just. That's what I'm saying. You got this guy. We're playing a beautiful golf course on Friday, the Farms, probably for free. We get to shower there. They're going to treat us like kings. This guy misses a putt because something of divot or whatever. Fuck this fucking place! Piece of shit! Go track! Fuck it! And you're like, please just calm down. Please.
Oh, yeah. This from the guy
loses his mind.
This from a guy
gift horse in the mouth.
This from a guy who has thrown drivers further than he's hit tee shots.
Some of they slip out of my hands.
Just honestly,
Not anymore, dude. Not anymore. Kevin, my instructor, clean this whole fucking thing out. Are the Islanders going to beat the Tampa Bay Lightning?
Yes.
Wow. Let me tell you, I didn't think anything could top this the Islanders Bruins series, but the hatred between these two teams is even more.
It's fantastic.
The end of the game, game 2, that's like a precursor for tomorrow night, Thursday night. It's going to be. I mean, I can't wait. I mean, there hasn't been this much excitement on Long Island in a very long time, so they're going to be crazy. And I honestly, I don't know who wins the series. I really don't.
I think the Islanders are going to pull it off. I think the biggest mistake Tampa Bay made was coming out and losing game 1 at home.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to go play 3 games
in the barn.
And it's gotten as heated as it's gotten. It's going to get hotter.
So look, if you're Tampa,
sorry guys, are these the shoes?
Let me see. Yes, there they are. Holy shit! Look at those things. Am I right? Don't they just look like dirty fucking?
And they don't look that good.
They don't look that good, dude.
I'm
telling you, when you see them, you will see them, and you go, "What is it? What is it writing?" I go, "It's Nazi propaganda." Can you believe they did that on this fucking shoes? It's Nazi. It's Proud Boys material. No, it's I think if you're Tampa, you got to win. You got to win 1. Obviously, you got to at least win 1. But I think coming out of there with 1 win is a win. You got to win 1 out of 3 in the barn.
I don't. You have to. I mean, it's just
you obviously have to continue series, but like that to me is a win.
Yeah, I think the Islanders pull this off. I do think Vegas wins the whole thing.
That's the thing. I haven't really clocked the whole Western series.
Oh, Vegas is
they're a very fast team.
Not only are they fast, they're huge. Colorado would have been my pick.
Yeah, what happened there?
Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Did Vegas just run them over?
Vegas ran them over.
And now, does Montreal? Do they have any fucking chance to beat Vegas?
They may win 1 game.
And are they doing the back and forth Canada USA?
Yeah, so they may win 1 game in Montreal, but I say it's 4-1 Vegas. They get a rest, and then they beat the living shit out of the Islanders. And I mean, they're as faster than Colorado, and they won their first series without Pacioretty. You know, for the most part, I think Pacioretty came in game 5. I think he came back. He was their leading scorer, and great golfer, by the way, Pacioretty.
Oh, really?
He's a fucking
I'll fucking beat him too. Oh. Bring it, Pacioretty. Ranazizi wants Pacioretty. That's the fucking next matchup. Ranazizi v. Pacioretty.
You're gonna become the Logan Paul of golf.
Goddamn right I am. You don't think I see what this guy did, Logan Paul, calling people out?
85-year-olds out of
Steph Curry's
retirement.
next. That fucking tall dork. Another guy who can't swing a fucking golf club.
Oh Jesus,
bro. It starts with you tomorrow. You're my fucking Nate Robinson. That's right. Fucking knocking you out. Everyone thinks, oh, Nate Robinson can fight. Cork can still play golf even though he's an old man. Not anymore, motherfucker. Take it, bitch. How much are we betting for? I don't have that much money. I have to do.
What about $600
for the new house?
It's perfect.
No, I think the Islanders.
Oh, that got changed.
We'll talk to nominations amongst ourselves. No,
I think we do 5 digits.
5 digits.
Yeah, I think we just do $1,000.
5 fingers? We cut the loser cuts their hand off. $1,000. 5 digits. I think
it's your home course. It's your.
Why do you keep saying that?
You live next door.
It doesn't matter.
You play 4 days a week there.
Okay, I
played there twice in a year.
Yeah, but you were also 65 years older than me, so you lived here for 50 years more than I did. So even if you played it twice a year,
it's changed since I was there.
Changed. Give me a break. Well, don't give me this Phil Mickelson. I don't know Torrey Pines anymore. It's changed since I'm a kid. You'll know it when you get there tomorrow. You'll know where to hit it. You know the speed slot. You're the one that taught me the speed slot. You fuck.
It's just
listen. I want to stick on topic, please. I don't want you here for the whole time. I want to talk other things, and I'm going home.
I'm going home. But
the Islanders will lose to whoever you think wins in the West, and then I will be Vegas.
I think Vegas is going to win the whole thing. I think Vegas is going to win the Stanley Cup. They've been there twice. They've been there twice in the last 4 years. They're a great team. Their Fleury is playing phenomenal.
Yeah, how old is this fucking guy?
Yeah, but he looks amazing right now. He really does. He looks fantastic.
He's 36.
Marc-Andre Fleury's 36.
Yeah,
damn,
17th year.
Older than that.
And he's phenomenal. And he looks fantastic. I mean, you've got these guys firing on all cylinders. Montreal doesn't have a chance. That's a given. And if Vegas stays healthy as they are now, stays healthy going into the finals, I don't think anybody they play stands a chance. I just think they are bigger and faster. They came in, they beat Colorado 4-2. They beat Colorado 4-2, and that's a lot, man. I mean, Colorado's a phenomenal team.
Mm-hmm. I would love.
It's one of the best goalies in the fucking league too. So I don't know. I just don't see anybody beating Vegas. Maybe I'm wrong, but probably not.
Yeah.
Just like you're not going to, you have no fucking hope tomorrow.
Why don't you go home, take your Metamucil, start bang up, limber yourself up, right? Yeah. And then I'll see you in the morning.
I'll see you in the morning.
Sure, good enough.
Yeah. Bring
it.
$1,000.
We're playing for it's about the same thing. I was going to say the ribs after, that place that's there, but they charge you $55 for a lunch.
That's $1,000.
So that's it. That's what I can afford. We'll do lunch.
All right. All right, guys. Have a good one.
How about the loser has to feed the winner lunch? You have to put the ribs in my mouth if I want. Oh, yes.
I don't want you feeding me with those filthy fucking stubby ass hands.
Get out of here, Court. You're done. You're off the podcast. This hockey series, though, has made my son. See you later, buddy. Jonah's watching this. It's like completely. He's like, I want to learn. He wants to go. He goes, let's go. He signed me up for. I go, first of all, you don't know how to skate.
No.
Second of all, you don't know how to play
you're a baseball
hockey.
player.
I go, yeah. And he goes, well, let's go practice skating. I go, we don't practice skating during the All-Star fucking.
No.
I go, what's happening here? Shut it down. I go, just focus on one thing for right now, please.
I think you need to show him the highest paid hockey player next to the highest paid baseball player and keep him focused.
I know, but my wife's always like, oh, these hockey guys are so, she loves everyone. This hockey guy is so cute, or this baseball player. I go, they're all cute. They're all younger than us.
Yeah.
All of them are handsome athletes. It's not what, I don't want him on ice right now, please. We have to focus on what we have to focus on, which is another fucking 2-hour BP session tonight. We need to figure out who can hit on this fucking team. We have a lot of evaluation to do.
Don't you have a pitching machine?
We do have the pitching machine, but dude, it's the look. I could sit there and just pump them in there, but no kid's just gonna sit there and throw. I'm throwing change ups to these motherfuckers, finding locations. I know where they can't hit, and I'm throwing the pitches right there.
You're throwing junk.
Yeah. Then we do a 2-strike approach. Get in the cage. 2 strikes. Here we go. Swing and a miss. You're out. Next kid, go. And then you try to beat the bucket. Keep fouling them off, foul them off, foul them off, foul them off. I fucking Vladdy Guerrero some of these. I'll bounce it in there, and if it bounces in at a strike, you're out. Get the fuck out.
Now, all these kids are at your house right now, right?
They were at my house last night. They'll be at my house again maybe tomorrow night. It's like, why not? I mean, the fields, we have 3 teams trying to get 2 fields, so someone gets cocked out every night. But last night was brutal hot, so I'm like, we've got shade in the back. Just, today we'll be out in the field. Today we got some fucking work in, but it's a lot. I don't need ice is what I'm saying. I don't need ice. Bring ice in a cooler with some more water to the game. That's what we need right now, ice. What's happening in football? Tell me. What's going on and who's holding out?
Stephon Gilmore. He wants more money. He signed
boy.
a contract, huge contract, a few years back.
What's
before-
huge? What's huge to you guys?
I
in
think
Buffalo?
it's $50 million for
It was
3
about
years.
Wait, Gilmore's in Buffalo, right?
54, 55. He's with the Patriots.
Patriots, yes,
But he
I'm
was
sorry.
he was averaging like $13 million a year, and
Didn't
now
he sit
Ramsey's
out last
getting-
year?
He got hurt.
Oh, I thought he sat out because of COVID.
No, he had a quad injury, so he got hurt
Oh.
and didn't play several games. He's still rehabbing that, but he's in the last year. They also shifted his contract, so he got a lot of the money up front, and now his average is way down for this year, and he says,
Okay.
I don't like that. I need
So
more
this
money.
is the last year of his contract, and so he wants to sit out or get a new contract.
Yes.
That's what he wants. And Billy Belichick saying what?
He never gives the contract.
Yeah, why do I got to do that?
Never.
Never. It's just going to be a thing. I mean, he did it to Tom Brady, right? Didn't he make Tom Brady go fucking play a year without
Yeah.
a contract, or based on the last year of his contract?
Yep.
Yeah.
So what? I mean, this is my point. What does this fucking guy think he's going to get out of this? Like, besides just getting on the bad side of Bill Belichick,
He might
and
get
I'm not
traded.
saying, well, if that's his point and he wants to be traded, great.
He was on the trade block last year too.
Great.
At midseason.
I'm sure there's plenty of teams that can use Stephon
Well, I've
Gilmore.
been hearing the Steelers are interested, and if he goes there, that makes that team very competitive.
Sure.
In an already very competitive division. So they would probably, for me, they would become the favorites.
I don't know who wins that division as based on right now. I mean, Cleveland's fucking dope on paper. Can they do it? I mean, they're getting Odell Beckham back. You got fucking, who knows? Pittsburgh's good enough as it is. And I'm telling you, I think I said it on the podcast. I think that kid Najee
Harris
is going to be the offensive rookie of the year, and he's going 150 plus game one against the fucking Bills, right? Mm-hmm. Sorry. We did that already.
We did that bet, and
So-
I disagree.
I'm just saying. I think it's a scary division, but look, there will be teams interested. I just if his purpose and his desire is to play in New England, this is not a way to go about it. I don't think.
No.
So
And Belichick too. What he could do, like if you remember with lawyer Malloy, he will cut a player a day before the season begins.
sure.
He's done it before.
Damn, that's cold-blooded, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, they find other teams. They usually latch on other teams
He
if
will.
they're good
I mean,
enough. Yeah, I mean, he's
he's one of the best.
all-pro, but
He's obviously not Jalen Ramsey. He's not like elite anymore, but he's still going to be,
he
top
was
10.
Defensive Player of the Year, right? Wasn't he 1 year? Mm-hmm. 2 years ago or something like that?
He was
Couple
totally
years.
worth that contract.
Yeah,
completely
definitely.
worth it.
And he's I mean, but it
It's
is
just
what
the
it is.
market shifted, and now the contract doesn't meet what his abilities are.
4 years ago, yeah, and so I mean, look, I don't think it. He probably will get traded if that's what he wants. He
It's
probably
fine by me.
I mean,
Get him out of the AFC East.
Yeah, I mean, you put him in the NFC if it was up to you guys, right?
Yeah.
Put him on fucking Tampa.
Well,
Why not? I'm sure Tommy's got
Please,
some
God.
fucking room
No.
down there.
no.
In a mansion?
He doesn't need to go to Tampa.
Yeah.
Tampa's fine.
It's crazy.
I mean, Dallas of all teams needs a defense. I don't know if they can
Dallas-
afford him, but
Well, I mean, what would you have to give up? I mean, it would be draft picks, right?
Draft
Not getting
picks,
anyone.
and they'd have to give him a lot of money.
I'd guess a 3rd round pick.
Has Aaron Rodgers shown up yet?
He is not.
And what is this, like $10,000 a day? Which is nothing to him, but is that how it is?
I think it's more than that. It just depends on how many days in a row you miss, and then it's like a sliding scale. It just goes up and up.
Who are the Hard Knocks teams this year? Have they announced that yet?
I
No.
think they've announced it.
I mean, Green Bay would be a fucking great one. I don't know if
they
they want to
can't
go
do
on
Green Bay,
location.
They do. They pick from the bottom 5.
Yeah.
It's like a lottery of the bottom 5 teams.
Yes, there's a whole formula to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it can't be playoff teams, and it also can't be a team with like a first-year head coach.
Oh.
So it always knocks it down to like Brenton said, 5 or 6 teams and then one team gets chosen.
Oh, I know. I'm going to see the New York Football Giants. They haven't been on it yet.
Yeah,
know
that would be
it.
a good one.
You got a
be
second-year
a good one.
coach. I mean, yeah.
And that'll be great for our league because then you'll just take all the
I know,
Giants.
and I'm
'cause
gonna
you'll be
get
like, oh, they look
so
so good.
fucking
Look how good he
excited.
looks.
So
Remember when they did that
fucking
shit with Austin
excited.
Eckler last year where they had him jump higher than everybody else twice his size? And everyone's like, oh, Austin Eckler's going to be the greatest. But they had an idiot coach that never used him.
Yeah, well, I didn't know. He jumped over 6 foot, dude.
Yeah. And he's like
He's gonna
4
score
feet tall.
15 touchdowns. How do you not score 15 touchdowns when you can
Because
jump 6 feet?
guess how many goal line carries he had last year?
0.
I think he had 3
0.
total the entire year.
And that can't be a drill that they usually do in practice. That has to be like, okay, HBO,
Yeah,
let's
here's
do
the camera.
Yeah.
That's the last thing the Giants need is to be doing drills for fucking camera's sake. This is not YouTube. This is professional football.
But
We've got to get our shit together. Look, I don't think Joe Judge is a nonsense kind of guy. I don't think he's like a Rex Ryan where he's going to be playing it up for the camera, or even doing any sort of drills that he wouldn't normally do. But spam risk, no fucking thank you. I just don't want. I don't want the noise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put it in Philly. Philly didn't make the playoffs. Oh, they have a new
First
coach.
year head
Fucking
coach.
cunts.
Yep.
Washington can't get it because they made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Dallas has got a good second-year coach, and they got a shit show
Yeah,
down there.
possibly.
Dallas. They've already done
you
Dallas.
can talk about Dak's comeback.
Yeah.
Dak's comeback. Does that ankle fucking work? I like it. Anyone... I don't like the Giants. I know their name will be in the top. It will be in it.
Yeah.
Biggest market out there. Bottom 5 team. New coach. They check every box.
They haven't done it in a while, too.
They haven't done it at all.
Yeah.
Ever. Dallas has done it.
And I don't think a team has done Hard Knocks and made the playoffs.
Playoffs?
I remember.
They were usually a laughing stock the next year.
Yeah.
No one's ever been like, fuck, man. We watched those guys gel together in that, and then look what they did. It's always like, dude, what the fuck? Why'd you take all those Browns or whoever else that was on it, you know? So we don't need it. We don't need it in New York. We've got a playoff run to make. We got all the pieces. We got a good defense now, or hopefully on paper we got a good defense. Got some good offensive weapons coming back. This is a big year for Saquon, big year for DJ, big year for Gettleman, and we don't need fucking cameras. What else is happening in football?
According to Brian Schottenheimer, they have not named a starting quarterback yet in Jacksonville.
So Gardner Minshew still has a chance?
I thought you were going to say Tim Tebow.
I mean,
Tim Tebow.
Tebow
dude.
hasn't been cut yet.
Cut? He's going to be the starting quarterback.
Probably.
He's going to get. They're going to get together again. These two fucking guys, Urban Meyer, and Tebow, and they're going to look at each other like long lost, like Matt, the Bachelor, and the girl from the Antebellum Party. When they finally, they're hanging out again. They're in New York. When they saw each other, they were like, "This is right. I love you," and that's what will happen with Tebow and Urban Meyer. And before you know it, he's like down on the fucking tight end position, and whoever Joe Blow's back there taking snaps, and then he just goes, I can do that. Remember when I used to go down there? Yeah, get down there, try it out. Hey, this is fun. You too, right? Next thing you know, bing, 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 bing. Starting quarterback, Tim Tebow. And then they're going to the playoffs, and they're going to win the division.
If Tim Tebow becomes the starting quarterback, I will start believing in Jesus again.
Yeah.
Hey, let's make it happen. Stranger things have happened before.
Yeah.
Urban Meyer's the most bulletproof coach, too. He can do whatever the hell he wants.
He's yet to coach a game in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yet no decision's been like...
He's made some bad decisions. He hired that Tim Doyle as their strength and conditioning coach. Remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that he had that position for like a week before.
Before he got fired. For like, abusing
He
people?
resigned.
Yeah, he was abusing people, right?
He was at the University of Iowa. And
like mentally and physically abusing people.
Yes. He was...
Stamp of approval, Urban Meyer. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, you got to be... let me tell you, if I'm Trevor Lawrence and I see Tim Tebow under fucking taking snaps, I'm shitting my pants.
Yeah.
I'm shitting my pants.
It's just surprising, though, because, Trevor Lawrence is probably going to be the guy. So why not just name him the guy and boost his confidence?
Because he's in love with Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. You got a guy who no one's... You can't say anything to. A normal coach would have just named his fucking guy already. I'm sure he's seen him practice. Who else they have? Who else is there? Gardner Minshew?
No, Minshew's gone.
Gone.
It's Glennon, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought it was like Blake Bortles, or I don't know who
Lutton.
Blake Bortles.
One of those guys that's just been around forever. That
Yeah.
And
it's Tim Tebow. That's the fucking problem. Mm-hmm. That's what it is.
It makes no sense, though. You'd think Trevor Lawrence would just be given that job from day one, like any first overall pick.
That's what I'm saying.
And you either fail or you get it. Like, Joe Burrow. There was no like, hey, you think it's going to be fucking, who was there last year with him? Joe Burrow. It was like, no, it's fucking Joe Burrow's job to lose.
Right.
We didn't just spend the entire last year, writing Trevor Lawrence with a heart next to it for nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, give me a break.
It was literally from week one.
It's all just bullshit.
We're playing for
That's
Trevor
his
Lawrence.
college mentality going like, I don't have to tell you anything. I keep everything under my belt. You'll learn when I get out there. It doesn't work like that here. You have to be NFL savvy. Belichick. You know, you can't be friends with them and fucking tell them what they want. Pick one or the other. Anything else in football? Or can I just bitch about the Yankees for the last 5 minutes?
You can bitch about the Yankees in a second. This is the last thing. And I'm a hater, and you know I'm a hater of Tua. He apparently...
This is just fucking... This is because you are a rival.
Yesterday...
If he was in another division, if he was Kyler
that's
Murray,
not true.
You would be rooting for...
That's not
He's
true.
exactly the
This
same
was
size as you. He's accomplishing
before
with,
the Dolphins
with small people.
signed him, and Lucas remembers, I said he had a noodle arm, and I didn't believe in him.
He did.
And yesterday in practice, first day of minicamp, throws 5 interceptions.
Yes.
To his own team.
But it's a sign that he says he's trying to be aggressive and push the ball, but it's a sign of two things. One, he's got a noodle arm.
Okay.
He can't get the ball there.
Could be a noodle
and
brain,
two,
dude.
he can't
Who
read
knows?
the defense.
I didn't see any of these
he
passes.
doesn't know the playbook.
Well, that could be a thing. It might have anything to do with his arm. Didn't he say he'd spent a lot more time learning the playbook this year? That's going to be a development of his,
so.
a big stride forward?
Hope so.
Well, look, it's not a good day.
Because Fitzy isn't there to save him.
Five picks is a fucking lot to even your own team.
Yes.
I'm sure no one's happy about it. But how did that leak out?
Sorry, guys. Allen Iverson's on the line. He's saying we're talking about practice.
Oh, practice. That's what I'm saying, dude. You're talking about throwing
how
interceptions
you practice,
during practice?
How you practice is how you will play in the game.
Practice.
5 interceptions is not a good look.
Could you imagine if Allen Iverson had mini camps? Mini camps? You talking about mini camps? Mini
It's
camps.
important.
Again.
It's a sign of things
course.
to come, Steve. And
if this was the week before a divisional
year.
playoff, and he threw 5 picks during a fucking inter squad team that was, that was shadowing the other team, I would say yes, big problem. But who gives a fuck? The ball could have been wet.
I give a fuck. Staying
Are
away from the Dolphins.
Are you
in fantasy.
actively monitoring how many picks Josh Allen throws during mini camps?
Josh Allen gave a quote that he said, "No offense to the media, but it doesn't matter how high you set the bar. I'm setting my bar higher."
Okay.
He's going to be MVP.
All right.
And they are going to compete to go to the Super Bowl this year.
By the way, speaking of MVP, that was a great Instagram post we put out about the Detroit Tigers drafting Patrick Mahomes.
God.
Who have drafted more Super Bowl quarterbacks than the fucking Detroit Lions. I mean, give me a break.
Yeah.
And by the way, they might not be wrong. I'm not saying Matthew Stafford's going to win a Super Bowl, but they're going to be competing for one.
They're going to be very
So
good.
they might have drafted a quarterback. They just might not have been able to put the fucking team around the quarterback. So
we're going to get to see, and unfortunately, I wish Matthew was a few years younger, but we're going to get to see his potential, finally.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I feel like he's been around forever. I feel like I've been talking to Sarah Tiana about Matthew Stafford since like the day I met her, which is impossible. That was 20 years ago. But he's been around for 10 years, coming out of Georgia. She was so excited. I was like, and now it's like, I mean, I'm sure he's still great, but let's hope they haven't gotten something on the back end of, let's hope they didn't get, I don't want to say Carson Wentz. I'm trying to think of a better example.
Drew Bledsoe?
Yeah. On now,
Well,
they're hoping they got Drew Bledsoe when he got traded from San Diego to, but that might not be the case.
It's very much a team game, and he's never really had a team. He's always been hurt, but he always plays through the injury because he's never had a line, and he doesn't really ever have skilled players, maybe one receiver. And now we'll get to see him with protection, with weapons, and an offensive system with a great defense.
Yeah.
And he's not going to have to go out there and go, I have to score 40 points myself or we're going to lose this game.
Yeah.
And he's going to relax and...
Who's the running back for the Rams? Did they
Cam
figure that
Akers.
fucking out?
It'll be Cam Akers, but I think Malcolm Brown will probably be in a
In the
little
mix
bit of
still?
a committee. And if Akers gets hurt, Malcolm Brown's probably going to be a top 5 running back.
Did they draft a running back? Who did they draft?
I don't think so.
They didn't draft a running
no,
back.
okay.
I think they got another speedy wide receiver. And Van Jefferson this year is probably going to break out.
I mean, the Rams haven't had a first-round pick in it feels like years. Like they gave up 2 for Pat.
Gave up
yeah,
everything,
for,
and they gave up
Ramsey,
even more to get
Yeah.
Stafford. So they basically have another 5 or 7 years of just no first-rounders.
All right.
So they have to win with Stafford, or they're fucked.
And they have the same odds in Vegas as the Bills do to win the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah. It's
That
like 7
high?
to 1 or something. Yeah.
7-1.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a
it's
tough division,
top
too.
5. That's got to be top 3 in the NFC.
I mean, we could see Bills Rams in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
in
L.A.
In
LA. Holy shit. Oh, I could just see it. A sea of fucking Rams jerseys. You two idiots.
Hey, when we were there a couple of years ago at the Coliseum, it was mostly Bills
Yeah,
fans.
that was a couple years ago. before they were good. I used to go to those games too. They were fucking more. I went to the Monday night game with the Vikings and the Rams. There were more fucking Vikings fans. I thought I saw fucking what's his name 100 times.
Merv.
I saw every time I'm walking around. I see another fucking Merv Viking.
Yeah.
So there was more purple there.
Well,
Swartzen and
all
Merv.
I gotta say is we were terrible for 20 years, and Bills fans still come out.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of fucking Bills fans there if they make the Super Bowl this year, which I hope they do, because I would love to see you guys lose another one. Look, speaking of losing, no one loses better than the New York fucking Yankees. And again,
They won last night.
big time comeback last night, but let me tell you, they've blown it all. They've blown every single lead. If they pitch, they can't hit. If they hit, they can't pitch. If the pitching's great, the bullpen sucks. If this guy gets on, they have a lead, this guy blows it. Again, I don't know what the fuck motivation I need to put in front of this team. Everyone keeps going. My son let's watch the pregame now. I go, I don't want to watch the pregame. I want to watch you know what the pregame is? A half hour of, well, last night didn't go our way because of this, and that. Fuck that. I go, and my son's going, well, they don't. I go, you know what? You know who's figuring it out? The other 31 teams are figuring it out. Oakland figured it out. Fucking, even the Mets are figuring it out. Yeah. Goddamn, the Angels are figuring it out. They're 9-2 this month without the best player in the world. They might have the second best player in the world, but they don't have the best. Apparently, Shohei Ohtani was 600 or it was like some 500 to 1 to win the MVP at the beginning of the season, and some guy put like 50 grand on him, and I think they're trying to like cash out with him right now, rather than have to pay him out. Because let me tell you, beyond Vladimir Guerrero, who's having an MVP season. Although he is hitting in a fucking ballpark in Buffalo, no offense, that's a minor league. It's like a fucking.
It's a minor league stadium, but
yeah,
it's still
And then Dunedin in Florida is no better. So I mean, I'd like to see him in a professional ballpark for a full season, but I'm not taking anything away. The guy's having a phenomenal year. But those two guys, I honestly don't know how you don't give it to Ohtani right now. I don't. The guy's got 18 home runs. He's probably fifth in the league in strikeout. I mean, it's like there's no better player in baseball to have. To me, right now, it's number one Ohtani, and it's a real tough number 1 and 2 between fucking Vladimir Guerrero and Jacob deGrom. Jacob deGrom has driven in more runs this year than he has given up.
Yeah, that's insane. It's insane. I don't think he's given up a run on the road, has he?
Not one, dude. Not one run on the road.
How many starts?
Yeah, he averages like 12 and a half pitches an inning.
He averages, he's 13-1 strikeout to walk ratio. He's really going after this Bob Gibson record, which is insane. I don't know if he'll catch it. It's like Bob Gibson went 11 starts, complete games, and 8 of them were shutouts. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
I think he's the best pitcher I've seen.
Bob Gibson?
No, deGrom. But do you ever see the All-Star Game clip where he struck out the side in 9 pitches?
He's got over 150 pitches of over 100 miles an hour. And you notice, out of all these guys whose numbers have started to diminish a little bit since they started saying, hey, you can't fucking, stick that shit on the ball anymore, his numbers have not moved at all.
Yeah.
His spin ratio has not changed whatsoever. He's 6'4", 110 pounds. He strides like Randy Johnson, and he's got a rubber fucking arm.
And he just started throwing a curveball like a month ago because he didn't need it before.
Yeah, when you could spot 104 on the corner, why would you ever throw anything else? So, I mean, it's exciting to watch baseball right now. Exciting to watch Jacob deGrom. I'm love watching Vladimir Guerrero, except for this weekend when they're playing the Yankees. But the fucking Yankees, it's enough. We're more than the third through the season. We've got more than enough evidence to sift through. This is becoming a disaster. We're becoming to the point where we have to decide, literally, in a month, if we are sellers or buyers at the trading deadline. Are we sellers or are we buyers? Because let me tell you, if we're sellers, we're going to be the best sellers there are out there because we got plenty of guys to give away. I open up that fucking garage. I got a whole stack of guys. Frazier. Here's fucking Gleyber Torres. Here's this guy. Have them all. But if we're buyers, it's going to cost us. It's going to cost us dearly for something I don't even. If they want Marte in Arizona, which is the perfect fit. We need a lefty and a guy who can play outfield. They're going to want a fucking heavy price. And it's like, you're going to give up all this pitching or these young guys for what? To maybe make a run at it? They got a pretty mediocre team. So they have a month to figure out, not only are they buyers or sellers, but really, what are we in our hearts? Because if we are buyers, then we got to make sure that we have a team that can actually win. Because if you're going to give up all this shit for the guy you need, it's gonna hurt if you don't get there. So that's it. That's all I want to say. Enough's enough.
By the way, did you see what Carlos Rendon said today about the whole sticky 10-game suspension thing?
No, what'd he say?
He just pretty much said that that's bullshit when the Astros aren't punished at all.
Well, look, again, this is, I mean, baseball polices itself until they don't police themselves anymore. So it's like, guys will take steroids until enough guys are doing it where the other players are like, fuck this. And then some guy goes, I'm going to write a book and I'm going to tell everybody really what's going on. All these people think this is going on. And then that's what happens. These guys will doctor the baseball. It's been done for generations. And Garrett Cole said, passed on. And they will do it until they they step over the line. And these guys know, other players know the difference between fucking, sunscreen and a little bit of, and that shit that they're putting on the ball. There's a difference. They know. Mm-hmm. They'll accept this. They won't accept that. So it's like they'll police themselves. The Astros was tough because nobody knew but them. And then once it got out of their hands, the players are trying to police it themselves by, hitting them and booing and all the shit. But like baseball had to step in there. And that's what I think baseball's thinking it has to do here, is step in and make an example of these guys. And it's only going to take one. And I doubt that they'll find anyone. And I bet you when they do, it's going to be a B-level pitcher. Some guy that you're like, oh, okay, But I don't think it's going to be anyone big. Mm-hmm. But it will happen.
It's 10 games paid.
Oh, they're paid?
Paid suspension.
Bro.
First offense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really what it is a 10-day embarrassment, shame vacation. Where you have to be, your name will be talked about on every fucking, sports talk show about what an asshole you are, and are you an asshole, or you'll be debated. And that's your punishment. You know what I'm talking about. That's it.
Got there.
That's what it's going to be. And they'll, that's all. They'll throttle it down.
Yeah.
That's it. Nobody, honestly, I kind of agree. Nobody wants to watch a 17 strikeout. I mean, they're fun once in a while when they move along, like National League games, when they move like 2.5 hours. If some guy's if DeGrom's motoring in and mowing, and the game's 2.5 hours, that's great. I don't mind that. But like these fucking, 10 pitch at bats only to eventually end in a strikeout, home run, strike. 4-hour games, they suck. Bring in a different reliever, because he's got more strike. He's going to strike out. Like, this is the only thing slowing everything down.
Yeah.
Do you agree, Aaron, or no? Am I off base here? I mean, are you a purist? I don't know.
No. I mean, I was surprised when a couple years ago it came out that the hitters actually kind of preferred the pitchers have,
because they get more control. They
grip,
they don't want to lose when it's cold out.
But apparently, hit by pitches are actually up the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's because guys pitch inside.
Players are using this stuff. So,
and you know what, dude? I don't even mind that, because these guys wear so much fucking cunty equipment. These hitters now. I mean, think about what they're wearing, dude. What they're wearing? Like, how many times have you watched a guy get hit in the elbow and it just takes that thing off and puts it down on? Like nobody's taking it in the back that much anymore.
I mean, tell that to Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper got one in the face.
97 in the face.
Some guys get in the face. But
and he has that flap too, that extension flap.
That's tough to squeeze in there, but he did it. And that's precision, dude. You can't fucking fault a guy for that.
He's got enough money; he can fix his face.
Yeah. Again, I'm in La Jolla this weekend with Court McCowan, who will, he's going to be in a bad mood because of all the beatings I put on this fuck for the next 2 days.
Can I give you some good news?
Sure, absolutely.
Did you see what happened 2 days ago with 48-year-old Bartolo Colon?
No.
He's still pitching professionally in Mexico.
Where? Oh, really?
Yes, and he threw a complete game 90-pitch victory.
Wow.
At 48.
48 years old.
Mm-hmm. Fatter than ever, probably.
Oh,
probably.
He's pretty big.
He was a link to Juice for a little while too, but I was like, "There's no way, dude." If
Juicy Juice? I mean,
I don't know what kind of He's taking the wrong shit.
Yeah.
Or they told him the wrong way. He's eating it.
When he was young, I mean, he legitimately would still be throwing 98 in the ninth. So
Yeah. I mean, he was like that David Wells, rubber arm. Just, big, beefy guy who can just throw it out there.
He's so fucking old that, remember, the Expos traded him in like the early 90s in that big
When
trade.
he was done.
Yeah.
When they said he's done.
Didn't he win a Cy Young, too? I think
Yes.
he did.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, in Cleveland.
So if the Yankees are buyers, look no further than Mexico.
Dude, we don't need, I mean, look, I like the Bartolo Colon charisma, but the last thing we need is like another fucking old guy on this team. We got enough fucking old guys. Enough's enough. Giancarlo Stan's, I mean, the guy looks like an Adonis, but he picks up the newspaper and he fucking tears a quad. I can't have it anymore. I can't. Enough's enough. We need fucking players who can go out there and perform. Speaking of performing again, shameless plug, Comedy Store, La Jolla this weekend. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, 1 show Sunday. Get your tickets now. Very excited about the weekend and going down there and hanging out and seeing everyone. Anything else you guys want to plug?
Yeah,
Feel free.
I'll be at the store tomorrow night, and then Brent and I are doing a Long Beach gig, right, on Friday?
We're at the Rec Room Friday. I'm at...
I love that room. I did it last year. It was
Huntington
fun.
Beach.
Yeah.
I think it's a 7 o'clock show.
Yep.
And then tonight I'm at Supernova in Hollywood. Tomorrow I am at Jam in the Van. And then Sunday I'm back at Supernova.
All right, just calm down.
Also, next weekend, I'll be in Texas. I'm doing a weekend at Sunset Room.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So it'll be 5 shows.
You gonna be more snake hunting or just...
I think I'm done with the snake hunting.
And Steve, I'm going to go ahead and do all of my July dates now.
No need. I'm at Governor's July 16th and 17th on Long Island. So get your tickets for that as well. That's it for the podcast this week. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope we make you some money at the U.S. Open this weekend with your gambling bets if you are so inclined. Please tell someone else about the podcast. Rate, subscribe, like. We have a Patreon. Please join that if you want to do that as well. We've got different levels for you. That's it, guys. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Go Bills.
Go.